Welcome back to the Olga S. Pérez Show. I'm your host, Olga. How you doing? For some of you, you already know you've seen my guest, Adam Booth, who's with me again today. We got some announcements to make here. And then as far as our topics, well, I got one topic that I want to bite, but I'm not sure we're going to get it. We'll see. We'll see what Adam wants to talk about because this is not scripted. This is live, real raw. You know me. But I saw this tweet, aka X post, about a husband who shared with his wife, or I guess he cried, and apparently the wife is acting different ever since. That's a great topic because that is a real thing that happens. And I'm one of those people that if I don't see a man cry, I go, what's wrong with him? Right? Like I want a guy to be in touch with his feminine side. That doesn't mean I want him to go crying about some crazy, stupid shit. Anyway, we're going to get into it. Before we get the party started, for those who are new, anyway, if it's your first time here, awesome to have you. And if you've been here before, welcome back, my love. And before we get the party started, here's the intro. Hi, I'm Olga S. Pérez, coming at you live, unleashing the power of perspective, one reaction at a time. I've been a life strategist for over 20 years, and I'm here to share my insights on trending topics, current news, and music videos that we all want to talk about with love and humor. With love and humor. Doo-doo-doo. Hope you guys can make this live, and if you don't, make sure you keep your comments coming. You know I do read them, and I will respond. Much love for you guys. And okay, I'm having some wardrobe malfunction here. When I'm like, I know I'm fine. So anyway, the shit starts popping or whatever. At least you know this is not a filter. And this is real. Without further ado, please welcome my very, very special guest, Adam Booth.
Hey, Olga. Happy Friday.
A happy Friday to you, Adam. So what do you want to talk about today?
Well, I was thinking because it's middle of February, it's quite, Valentine's Day romantic kind of thing. So maybe we could talk about some of the carry on where we were last time.
Oh, fuck. What was last time?
Well, we were getting into some relationship things and sort of interpersonal dynamics. And I've got a few other ideas and things what we could might be able to get into.
I'm all yours. Don't take that wrong.
No, never. Yeah, I will never take you for granted anyway, Olga. You know what I mean? It's one of them.
Adam, It's amazing, right? So like when you reached out to me, because I think you found me on BitChute, because a lot of people, because I always say I'm live on Rumble, because I am live on Rumble, on X, and on the BoobTube, but I always upload later to BitChute. And I think that's where you found me, right?
Yeah, well, because you used to post like just sections of videos. And then, found you on Rumble, and then you could watch the whole show. So, yeah.
Because BitChute would be like, oh, this is too much content, it's too big, and I had to pay or something. I'm like, okay, first of all, I didn't even know where to pay. Like, I was trying to look for it, whatever. And it's like, all right, man, fuck it. And you're right. And I would just cut, like, because they only allowed 2 GBs, 2 gigabytes.
Yeah, I'm in the same situation.
20 minutes. Yeah.
You do okay, though. You've got good circulation. You're on YouTube and stuff, or BoobTube, I should say.
Yeah, but on BitChute, it's funny. I mean, also Rumble takes forever to get people to like find you, follow you. And BitChute's a whole nother, audience. But it's funny because I finally got up to 200 like subscribers. And
very good.
And then I lost 4. And I'm like, okay, if you have 2,000 or 5,000, you lose 4, you're like, okay. But when you only got 100, 200, I'm like, what the fuck? But I get it. Because so much of my content has been about reacting to music videos because that's a thing on YouTube. And so I don't blame them.
Well, it's just different, though. I think it's BitChute as well. It's the people who've been kicked off YouTube. You know, like
That's true.
yeah, that's the case with myself anyway.
Hey,
Mm,
Rocco, I just want to say hi to whoever's with me live because also I'm not used to going on at this time, right? Like I
mm,
typically go, if I can, around noon my time.
yeah,
And it makes sense. You know, people get used to it. Plus, like, even like YouTube will show you in the analytics, like, when are the times and the dates or the times of the day of the week, whatever, when most people are going to be there. Anyway, you get,
yeah. So is
um,
that work out to be the more you know, you get more
well,
traffic,
yeah, that's what they say, but I've done it
right?
all. I feel like it's always been best when I've continued the 12:30 Eastern Standard Time because I was doing it for such a long time.
Mm,
No matter what the analytics is like, oh, just because your viewers are on, but again, just because my viewers and most of my subscribers are on at certain times doesn't mean they're there to watch me. They're on
mm,
YouTube watching whoever they're following. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
Hey, Rocco, great to see you. Go ahead.
So yeah,
The
I
floor
was
is
thinking.
yours.
Yeah, cool. Well, last time when we were speaking about the some relationship stuff, there was another little thing what we never got round to speaking about, and it was about false accusations of like, people just making stuff up. Like,
Like the
so I,
Russell brand?
yeah, exactly, perfect. Hmm. So like, I don't know, what's the outcome of that? Is it been proven to be, false?
Well, the the little I did follow, as far as I know, nothing's proven false and nothing's proven
Mm,
true. But you know me, I'm very spiritual and I believe in my instincts 100%. I don't give a
mm,
fuck what I hear, what I see. And it's been happening my whole life where I'll say or see something and everyone's like, no, no, no. And I go, and there's an old Spanish saying that says, el tiempo pone todo en su sitio, which means time puts everything in its place.
wow,
And
beautiful.
every time I've been correct. And
Mm,
no psychic could actually say that they have 100% prediction.
no.
But with me, I've never failed. And not because I'm the greatest psychic on the earth, it's because I'm not making a prediction as a psychic. I see what I see, I feel what I feel, and I just stick to that feeling.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? So,
Well, yeah, it's about reading energy, isn't it? Rather than being specifically like making, exact predictions and stuff. I mean, you can do that,
right, because
but
also time is really not linear.
mm,
So I can't say at this time, sometimes I can, but it's not because I'm a psychic. It's because whatever I'm hearing, whatever I'm feeling, sometimes, like, I remember calling a girlfriend at 2, 3 in the morning, which is something I would never do.
mm,
But at that night, something was like, you got to call her, you got to tell her. You're going to meet this guy 7 years from today. Your son's going to be like 15 years old. Like, I was so specific, but I remember thinking how crazy I sounded. And I told her, I'm
mm.
like, first of all, she didn't have to answer the phone, and she did. And she could have not heard the phone, and yes, she did.
Yeah.
And she wrote it down because I said, whatever I'm telling you, just please write it down, just so I don't feel like I'm crazy.
Mm.
And then lo and behold, she meets this guy 7 years later. But there's more to it. But regardless, I had even described him physically.
Huh.
So my thing with the whole psychic ability or intuition, we all have it. Whether we
Well,
listen
yeah,
to it,
females tend to have it a lot stronger.
yeah, I agree
Mm,
with you. I totally agree with you. And I think because um, it's not a matter of fact, it's a matter of feeling. And I think,
yeah.
the females are supposed to be like more feeling. Not that you
Well,
don't have
yeah, just more.
feelings.
Well, it's like being able to understand what it really is and why that happens.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sort of
yeah,
like
yeah.
intuitively reading on energy and all this. It's not really something you would talk about with the lads.
Right.
But girls are more inclined to do that.
It's true. Well, because
Mm-hmm.
especially if you have a period, right? Like if you have a menstruation. So it's all hormonal based, which is physiological, but it
Yeah.
affects your emotions.
Well, that's definitely true.
And
Yeah.
emotion is what? Energy in motion.
Mm. Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I get it, man. It's some crazy shit. Especially because I've always wanted to be a man. And I remember when I was growing up, people were like, "Oh, you got penis envy." And I'm like, part of me did want to have a penis for sure. Because it was easier. It's like, oh, you just gotta whip it out. You can just pee anywhere you want. I gotta fucking squat and shit. I gotta wipe it. You know what I mean? It's like, ew, the fuck. But it was not that. It was that feeling that you could do whatever you wanted versus being a female. It's like, nah, you can't go to war because you bleed, you got all this shit. And I totally get it. I totally get it.
Well, it's different again. Like we have got different roles in life. It's like you were saying before about men who are more in touch with the feminine side. That's a bit like you being more in touch with your masculine side or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Which is cool because everyone's a mix of the two anyway.
Exact. This is not scripted.
There you go, mic drop.
Well, just because I already mentioned this, let me share this post that I saw on X. Can you see it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So this guy posts, okay, so Jake Shields goes, never cry in front of a woman. And I'm like, all right. Again, he's not an expert on relationships or being yourself, right? Isn't he like some kind of like wrestler or something? Yeah, UFC MMA fighter, right? Okay.
Yeah, tough guy.
But okay, here's your opinion, your point of view, no problem. I cried in front of my wife, and since then, there has been a strange atmosphere between us. I'm actually not very emotional, and my wife has never seen me cry in 3 years. So they haven't been married long. Or they've been together a total 3 years. Doesn't mean they were married 3 years, right? Because he just says, has never seen me cry in 3 years. That we've known each other, right? So it doesn't mean we were married for 3 years. So I take that into account. You know what I mean? He goes, but the last few weeks have been very hard for me. And I broke down crying in front of her the other day. I expected her to be encouraging and understanding, but instead she was kind of disgusted. We then went to sleep, and somehow there has been a strange atmosphere between us ever since. When I asked my wife about it, she said that she didn't expect a traditional Christian man to show much weakness. By the way, so I have a lot of questions for you because you're a man.
Yeah, sure.
And I don't even know if you're Christian, right? So keep that in the, I'm going to, after I finish this.
Go for it.
She said she can't unsee it and now sees me in a different light. She feels less attracted to me after seeing me cry. She wanted to make it clear to me that no woman wants to see her husband cry, even though women say men should be more emotional. That's just what they say. Women want strong men. She had no answer to the question of how I could fix the situation, how I can convince my wife of my masculinity and win her back. And I haven't gone full tard with all the comments, but say like, oh, and Benjamin, I really like this guy. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Okay.
Because I don't care if you agree with him. I don't care if he has his opinions cloaked over the fact that he's a comedian. I follow my instinct. And I know this guy's not a bad guy, but he's
Amazing Polly might disagree with you.
Awesome. Great. Awesome. So he goes,
you're going to get blocked, Olga, again.
What? Say that again?
You get blocked by Amazing Polly again.
Oh, Amazing Polly?
If you support Owen Benjamin.
So the floor is yours, my dear. You're the man. You tell me.
Well, I was going to read into that the comment there because part of it was true, but a lot of it is so like there's not two separate things with being a strong man and being emotional. So you can be the two. Like if your
You
best
can't be
friend
the two, or
dies
you
or
can be the
something,
two.
you can be the two. So because you can't help being emotional if your best friend dies or something. You're gonna be crying and all messed up, and in like grieving. So if you're going to be like that in front of your girlfriend or your wife, because it depends what was he crying about? What
That's
was
the
what was the
thing.
problem?
I wanted to know, and let me share this again. I figured after that post happened hours ago that maybe we'd get more intel. But you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, sure.
There is crying like a bitch, and there is having tears falling from your eyes while maintaining composure, which is perfect. Like,
Right, yeah.
but the original guy, why women get let's look at this. Is this the guy? The why women gets LS? Like,
Yeah.
is he the actual person that posted this? Was so much of the fact that Jesus cried many times in his gospel.
Well, yeah, but I don't think that was a relationship dynamic.
That's what I'm saying. But it's funny how you and I are asking what I think is logical. What did he cry about?
Yeah.
And
Because
the one thing that like Owen Benjamin, even it's not just that there's another comment. Hold on. I don't know if I have to go to Owen Benjamin's tweet, but he went through this like, here are the rules. Again,
oh no.
Whether I like this guy or not.
Yeah.
Again, you can like me and not agree with everything I say. You get
Yeah,
what I'm
obviously,
saying?
yeah.
That's cool. But hold on, where is? Oh, here's your plug-in, Owen Benjamin. You're welcome. But hold on, where is it? You would think it would show up here, right? 3 hours ago, okay.
Yeah, was it a recent thing? Well, unless he's been busy.
It was from this morning, but I get it. Hold on. Self-aware. Is this one? People might go.
Because like if just because you're in touch with sort of being emotional and stuff like that, I don't think there's nothing. If anything, it's more masculine. It shows you've got a full range of emotional sorts of because you've got feelings and you've got emotions.
Okay. I don't know where the fuck it is, but yeah. No, I agree with you. Like I said, I always was attracted to men that showed their feelings.
Yeah.
One of the things I would look at is, does he have sisters? Does he care for his mother? But then he could be a mama's boy. Like, so it's not like just one answer. It's like, so I also, well, not also, I'm repeating the fact that if they are emotional, that makes me feel like they have a heart.
Yes.
If they do not show heart, I'm like stay away from me.
Because then you could be like some sort of psychopath.
Yeah.
Unable to like have compassion or
exactly.
Or
but
never feel guilty
I
about
do know
stuff.
men that cry to manipulate. Same with women. Women do that shit too. Just saying,
right,
men do it too.
I mean, if somebody does that, then that's they know they're doing that though. It's not like it's like if somebody sort of self-harms or something, or says that is attempted suicide, or and then expecting everybody to sort of go, oh, poor you. So they get all this attention and stuff. It's a sign of a weakness, I think.
Both male and female.
Yeah, either.
I agree with you. Just quick segue. What's your background?
Yeah. In terms of
your background?
Oh, it's Manchester. It's where I live. Well, it's the
That's
town. It's the town.
Manchester.
It sure is.
That's like La Plaza Mayor, like in Spain, La Piazza.
Yeah. There's similar architectural style. You find it throughout Europe.
I like
Sort
it.
of like these real sort of tall buildings. It actually has like a kind of a plastic cover on it at the moment. They're doing some work on it, but it's a real beautiful old world building. Gorgeous, like.
I like it. I like it. All right, so I'm not saying we got to talk about men crying, but I think people are going nuts over that post. Like I said, I'm not spending the time to show every comment, but whoever's watching this can go and look at yourself.
It's an interesting discussion. Definitely.
Yeah, because I understand the woman, not just because I'm a woman. I understand because I'll tell you why. Not because I'm a woman. It's because when I cry, my partners, my lovers, husbands, whatever. Not that I have many husbands, but
husbands, yes.
I have one. But it's the fact that when they met me, when they got to know me, they wanted that Olga that was strong and boisterous. And I mean, I could cry like if I watched a commercial or, you know what I mean? Or,
or just like a real nice song or.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But when they saw me like cry, like break down, like lose my shit, they were like, no. I want the Olga that never cries. Like the one that, she's a captain, she's a colonel. And I'm going, dude, you can't have the strong without the weak. That's what makes me strong, right? They just wanted that constant, like, hold your shit together, hold the fort. I get it.
Yeah. Assertive, strong-minded.
Right. And I get it because, I get it for many reasons.
Well, you probably like that most of the time, I would think.
Well, if I was a man, I would think a strong woman, isn't that funny?
Celebration.
I didn't do shit. I just went like this.
Yeah, do I have that? Can I do this? I don't think I can.
Wait. I just discovered this one today. Because I was like, oh, what about when you do this? Oh, no, hold on. Okay. This. What the fuck? Earlier I did this on my locals and I got confetti. How am I not getting confetti now?
So the AI, it's got a few little interesting little uses.
It's not AI. It's specifically Apple. Oh, look. Now I ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
Now I ain't doing shit. Oh, you want some devil horns?
Oh, there we go. That's the one. Heavy metal, yeah. Oh, nice.
No. But no.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite.
I fucking have it on locals that I did this and I got confetti. Now it's giving me balloons.
Well, I like the party vibe. It's all party and.
I got confetti.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Okay. Fucking 2-year-old over here.
Excellent.
When you live in a world of like seriousness, you need a little Riri.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if not all my lovers, I would say at least 99.9% of them, when I would lose my shit, they're like, wait, no. So whether it's reverse engineering or like mirroring the fact that if a man shows me weakness, I can see the woman getting turned off.
Yeah. In terms of like a turn.
But you feel me? It's like.
Well, I think it all sort of depends as well. It's not a clear-cut black and white thing because something devastating. I mean, it depends why he's crying. This is what makes me ask, why was he crying? If it was just a bit of no real reason for it, and he's just a bit soft, then that's that's going to be turn.
Listen to you, just a bit soft. That was funny.
For no reason, or no proper reason.
Dude, whatever the fuck it was. But like, I was trying to look for the post. Well, like Owen Benjamin. It wasn't just Owen Benjamin. People responded as well. It's like, yeah. if your dad died or your dog died,
Yeah,
right?
right, exactly.
I get it. But like you said, we need to know the reason, which I didn't find. And not just because I try to look for it today or like this moment. I looked for it after I found this and I couldn't see shit. So everyone's already jumping the gun. Oh, yeah, you should never cry. No. If I see you sobbing, again, going back to whether it's Owen Benjamin or whoever, says, what if your dog died?
Yeah.
You know, it's okay for you to sob over your dog.
Well, I mean, how bad are you sobbing?
Exactly.
I mean, you would try and hold it back to an extent. I mean, you wouldn't sort of like really indulge in that.
But I will say, intuitively, without even knowing why this guy cried and why the wife acted weird about it, intuitively, without any proof, I'm going to tell you that when he cried, he didn't cry. Like he didn't. So his tears wasn't the reason that she got weirded out.
Right. Yeah.
I believe, like you said, what did he cry about? But even if he cried about losing his job, like let's say, forget about like, oh, these are the rules. You can only cry if your dog died or you lost a kid, right? Let's say you had an investment and you lost a lot of money and you're fucking losing your shit because your lifestyle is gonna be fucked now, right? Let's just give a guy credit. Let's give Guy a fucking credit here. And he's like, shit, I can't pay for shit. And I got nobody. I got no family. I got really no good network of friends or anything. And maybe, wait. Do you see where I'm going? That there's all these twists and turns?
Yeah,
because
a lot of
this
different
is
dynamics.
more, to me, this is more not like a cloak umbrella that if a woman sees a man cry, oh, you turn me off. I'm thinking that the fakeness, because most people that get married for security. These are both men and women. It's not sex. I had my priest who died fucking over 20 years ago. And I had asked him back in late 90s, early 2000s, I'm like, so, you married a lot of people. What do you think about this? And, as a priest, a Catholic priest at that, he's supposed to like counsel them, like, this is what marriage is, and that's how you can get married through the church, blah, blah, blah. And I said, you tell me how many people actually get married for love and for real unity and partnership. And he says, none, maybe 1%. And that's a guy who's been doing it for 40 fucking years. So I don't care how much technology has changed. Humanity is still intrinsically the same, where they want to not be alone, to not, like, who the fuck was I just talking to today too? Where they're like, oh, they have kids, they're married, but they're like, yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of almost like it's for show or something.
Well, a lot of them do that. But like this particular person I was speaking with, they were like, well, they just want to be the great parent, right? So if you're the great parent, you don't have a life, which is fine.
Yeah.
Like, I agree with that. Like, once you have a kid, you're supposed to be there for the kid. Like, it's not about you anymore. But either way, the kids start growing up. And then what happens if you lose contact with friends or you have no social life? That shit is not positive. Like, my mother had 6 fucking kids and she still had a fucking life with no babysitters, no nannies. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, she still had a sense of, I'm not saying she was the great mother. It's like literally what I just told my friend on the phone. I'm like, I'm not saying she was a great mother, but she never lost the sense of who she was as a human being. You get what I'm saying? Where many mothers and fathers, they are so 100% with their kids that they're like, you either got ones that are like, what about me and my time? And the other ones are like, no, because we are supposed to be self-sacrificial. And it's true. Like, I get it. And I used to be a teacher and all this shit, especially with infants. And like, the infant, all it knows is love.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
attention and security, right? So as you can see, I'm going this way, that way, that way, that way, that way, that
Well, I
way.
was going to say though, you don't have to separate the two things. You know, like you can sort of have a life and raise kids and sort of like cross the two things over. You know,
Right.
I don't think it's one or the other. You know.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I
Mm.
agree. But at the end of the day, again, me simplifying shit, which is
Yeah,
not
yeah,
right. I'm cutting corners. I'm cutting corners.
yeah,
But at the end of the day, if a man cries, and it's whether it's not about a dog, but again, if he lost his job and he's married with the wrong person, that's where I'm getting at. If
yeah,
most marriages are married from convenience or for a sense of security, you can't expect your spouse, whether it's male or female, right? You can't expect them to really deliver. If you married somebody with no money, hello, why do they even create prenups? Answer
yeah.
me that. Riddle me that one.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is so you've definitely got that security, even on paper,
But
sort
there's
of
no
thing.
security.
Well,
If you
no,
get sick,
mm,
if you lose all your money, like Joan Rivers,
oh yeah,
husband died, he was bankrupt. She didn't know.
right. I didn't know that. Mm.
And that was very classic of her generation. They never asked the husband where he made his money, where he, you know what I mean? They never
Yeah, yeah,
asked.
yeah. I think you're right. It's a generational thing that. But
But
these
now
days,
the
it's like it's
generational
totally
thing.
different. I know.
Sorry, I know.
I was just going to say, like, you know, if people are sort of like crying over a, you know, some sort of like Titanic or something, you know, the movie, then that's one thing. But if you've got serious problems or his life's, you know, something's gone wrong, I don't know what. You know, again, it all comes down to it. And I think also you could make you feel more secure. Do you know what I mean? There you go. That's perfect. Exactly. Yeah. Fully agree. Yeah.
Hey, Melissa. Great to see you. Welcome to have you here. If a man cries over a sports team losing or winning, that needs a look and a slap. You got a great sense of humor. Oh my God. Good point. But again, we don't know this guy. But my issue with this is that this person posting it, whether I've missed the ball and I don't know like why exactly, but anybody watching that, especially young men, what do you think that's fucking telling them?
Well, yeah, it's telling them that you should just bottle your emotions up, and you know, all that stuff is like it's a for girls. You know, boys don't cry. Basically, I mean that's the classic. It's
That's the
a
old
bit
school
of a
classic, but at the
stereotype.
same, yeah. But like I also was just talking to a friend earlier, and she was like, you know how when we grew up, she's from Puerto Rico originally, and
All
she
right.
goes, you know when we grew up, they were like, hey, enough, let's get to it, you know,
Yeah, that's
suck
it.
it up.
Yeah, suck it up. Yeah.
Her thing is, you know, she's more of this generation, but she goes, I think we had it right back then. Like, I think where they're telling us suppress your shit is bad, at the same time, it's, hey, you know, like the old school, like if you started crying, your parents would say, you better stop crying. I'll give you a reason to cry.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
I
it's
know, but
true.
this generation's not got that anymore. You know, that's gone. That whole thing. It's more emotional based, like in the first place. Like, oh, how do you feel about this? And
How do
you
you
know,
feel? How do you
yeah,
feel? Shut the fuck up. I'm
exactly. Yeah, say how I feel. I'll give you something to feel about. You know.
Well, I think I've already pretty much exhausted that point because I don't have the proof of why the guy
Yeah,
cried, and I apologize for that. But at the
it's a
same
good one
time,
though.
you know, people were really responding as you saw. So I said, I want to know what Adam thinks about this. But besides that, I wanted to tell the audience, I told my locals members that you and I are going to be coming together, hopefully, God willing, with
Yeah,
every third Friday of the month moving
that's the
forward.
one.
And I said, well, what do you want to talk about, Adam? And you're like, well, we can still do the relationship stuff, but I want the audience to hear what you have planned for us.
Well, yeah. So this I think we're going to go live on my channel, and because that won't be on YouTube, so I'm thinking a bit more freedom in the sense of like can explore some different areas. Things that you might not necessarily talk about and stuff. Or you
Okay,
don't
so
have to
are you
self-censor
saying
or any of that sort of stuff.
that moving forward, we'll come to the boob tube for a few minutes?
Well, I mean, that's one option. Again, we can kind of find our feet a little bit as well. We can experiment. We're not restricted. So.
Well, according to the boob tube.
Well, no, we are restricted in that sense.
Right.
But not creatively.
Okay. So you really want to go full tard, as I say.
Oh, yes.
Like you're like, let's talk about everything.
Yeah.
Like especially like the shit we shouldn't be talking about.
Especially the shit we shouldn't be talking about.
All right. So for my audience, I want you to know I don't really know Adam. He reached out to me. He's been on a couple of my lives. I just personally had a real conversation with him a week ago, right, Adam? Like,
yeah.
Because we've been professional the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other day I called him. I had no makeup. I looked like shit. And he saw me FaceTime on Zoom, right?
That's it.
I just want my audience to know that, like, it's just because you've always treated me. All your emails, everything you've ever approached me by, I'm like, that's my guy. That's my kind of people, And so I'm like, what are you going to do, Adam? What are you going to do? And you're like, I don't mind talking about the AB, the man thing. But you said conspiracy. And what was the other one? I think there was like 3 things you said.
I'll have to double check the email now. But I think it was something along those lines, yeah. Yeah, because the conspiracy thing is huge.
But why with me?
A lot.
Because I've seen you've been a guest on other people's channel.
Yeah, well, because you're very based, but you don't sort of like go full tard because it's YouTube.
Full tard, I love it.
Yeah. Like I'm full tinfoil hat all the way, you know what I mean? I will just absolutely just run with these ideas and things. And I think most of, it is true, but it's a very controversial stuff to talk about,
Yeah. Well, it's funny because, funny for lack of better words, but even people that have known me for a long time, they're like, what the you talking about, right? And I go, if you know me, you know. But they're like, yeah, but we know you like crazy, like you're funny. But they also know if you want a real answer, if you want direction, if you want enlightenment or insight, ask Olga. Yeah. She'll fucking get you out of there, right? So it's funny because my actual circle knows this, but they don't really want me to be public about it. How crazy is that? I mean, I've had friends of mine, even clients of mine, they're like, do you really want to do this? Like, that could ruin your brand. And I go, you're right. But I've been born to be different. So even if I'm fitting the box so that people take me serious, like, oh, here's my education, here's my expertise, here's here's my testimonials.
Resume.
Yeah, it's like, but they all want to meet me in the back room. They all want to either happy hour.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want that girl, but they don't want to say, I know that girl. They want to say, I know that girl that's like with the suit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I go, I don't think God put me on this earth. Whether you believe in God or not you particularly, but like for the audience, whether you believe in God or not, I was born this way. And not fucking Lady Gaga shit. Don't even get me started with that little bitch. Because as much as I loved her music and many of her songs, when I keep seeing these fuckers sell themselves, total shills, propaganda fucking managers, I'm going, I can't watch a movie. I can't listen to a fucking song. I already knew there were shills and shitheads before, but now it's like, now it's completely out in the open. It's not a question of, are you a shill? Are you a demonic fuck? You are.
Yeah.
You
we
are.
were talking about this the other day about Super Bowl and Oreos and stuff.
Yo, did you see it with the Oreos and the cross?
I think I did see it. Yeah. I think I've seen that. Yeah.
And that shit's been around. It's not like they just started making Oreos with that fucking triple cross thing.
Yeah.
It's been there, and I remember seeing that years ago. But if you don't know about the esoteric, you're just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Dunk my cookie in the milk.
Yeah.
And then I'm the fucking cray-cray. No. When people come to me like, how'd you do it? How did you get over this or that? How do you still smile when shit's hitting the fan? Because I know the fucking truth. It's not that I'm fucking right. The truth is legit absolute. But you know how they change it where the truth is, okay, let me shut the fuck up.
I was going to say another one is the
I'm watching
Starbucks
you
logo.
and I'm going, girl, let the guy speak.
No, I love listening to you, Olga. I could talk to you all night, to be honest.
Me too.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because remember we talked about like, so when we do these lives every third Friday of the month, how long we're going to do them. And the one thing is because if we do more than 1 hour, an hour and a half, again, BitChute will allow
that's
me.
okay.
But apparently I don't give a fuck about BitChute because BitChute doesn't give a fuck about me. But
Well,
yeah,
BitChute is. I've got my own criticisms about that website anyway.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I know it seems so free, but it's fucking
It's weird, man.
right.
Lots of skills and activity, you know. Yeah.
No, for real. There's some fucking dark shit there. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. But you work and you are in London, you know, you're 6 hours ahead.
Yeah.
So I know it's late for you there. For me, by the way, this is late for me.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate you coming and changing your schedule and everything.
Oh,
It's not wasted on me.
No, this is good for me. Because lately I keep going to bed at 8 and everyone's like, oh, I called you. I'm like, 8 o'clock, I'm in bed. So if I'm thinking, well, maybe if I start doing these lives with you, I'll still go to bed at 8. But it's different though, because usually like at 5, I'm making my dinner, you know. I didn't know.
There you go, then. Well, because it's Friday as well. I mean, so if I'm doing a bit of socializing, I have a friend with me at the moment, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just like an unplanned thing.
Is it a he or she? I do believe in he and she.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, no, it's a she. Yeah.
Tell her say hi. Yeah. Come on over.
Hi.
Hey, Sam.
Oh, there you are. Hey.
What's your name?
I can't even hear.
Oh yeah,
you
got
can't
the
hear me?
monitor on.
Oh. Oh my gosh, she's adorable.
Get on a chat.
Hey, well, all my friends are, you know.
You gotta let her know. She should be on the phone listening then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also,
she's on the live stream. She could hear us.
That's what I thought, to get my AirPods out the car. I did think that.
Yeah. Oh, not to worry.
Oh my God, she is amazing. I love her. So
yeah, Friday nights.
She's got good vibes. Are you going to work after this or?
Well, I was just going to go live on my channel and do, just carry it on like that, maybe.
All right. So we're telling the world that moving forward, we're doing every third Friday of the month.
Yeah.
And we're going to get crazy. We're going to do tinfoil hat shit.
Well, yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing.
Three-way chat with you on that for sure.
Yeah. Sweet.
Definitely.
You're such a gentleman. You're like, yeah.
I mean, as well as the dating and relationship stuff. I mean, this is what I like about your channel. To be a man series, as you were calling it. Yeah.
I think that's what I really want to do because I'm passionate about that. From a woman wanting to be a man her whole life, and then even when I'm telling you, like all my male friends, and I'm like, oh, you sold me. I'll do something like, oh, were you hanging out with Sergio, like your butt buddy, or what, you got a bromance with your BFF, right? Like my straight male friends, right?
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, whatever, but they're laughing. And I go, but who's your best friend? And I go, funny, it's me, isn't it? I'm just like, let's just say one example, right? And this one friend goes, yeah, but you're different. You're just not the typical female, not the, like a dude, like they can, it's funny that it has nothing to do with sex or gender. It has to do with an attitude.
Yeah, and energy or something like that.
Yes!
Yeah.
So I want to break that fucking mold. And again, why do
Yeah,
I do
right.
my hair? Why do I do my makeup? You saw me the other day.
Yeah, it was like a coffee with Olga kind of thing.
Yeah, you should have done a screenshot. I should have fucking done a screenshot.
Yeah, I shouldn't
Because,
have done,
I'm not trying to be fake. It's the fact that I want to break that mold of
Yeah.
you can look like this, you're not a bimbo, right? Or like you.
Exactly.
Like,
Well, yeah, because you look nice just because I think people respond more, you know.
they do.
Yeah.
They do. That's a fact.
So
Yeah, they say they
if you've
want
got
real.
it, flaunt it, you know what I mean?
They don't want real. And there's no filter here.
No. I have a little filter on.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, tiny bit.
So,
I've got to be honest.
oh, you know what? Because this software that I share with you too,
Yeah,
it gives me the
StreamYard.
option too. And I'm like, the only thing I want to tweak is the lighting. Like, because I don't want it to be harsh. But I don't give a fuck. Yeah, this bitch is old. What's up? You know?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you know and I know, we're creatures that are electricity. And so
Yeah.
it's, even if the looks are like, oh, well, that looks pretty good, or like if I go in a store looking dolled up and not, I get a total different treatment.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the energy that I give that even if I look like shit, when I walk out, my friends, whoever's with me is like, how the fuck you just got this for free? How did I? And it's the fucking energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, too right. I mean, this is what I mean. I think it's like, it's not even like a manipulative thing or anything, because when you get ready and you get nice, it's for yourself.
Well, no, not for me.
More
I'm by
than
myself.
for attention.
What am I doing this for? I got nobody here.
No, but if you're going out, if you know, like
I'm not
like you say
going
there
out.
to a store or something, you know,
That's
and you're
the
just
other thing,
in
I'm like,
public
shit.
somewhere.
I just put all this makeup on, did my fucking hair for what? Now I gotta pull it all up, wash my face, brush my teeth, going for what?
Oh, you should make a night of it. You know what I mean? Go and hit the town.
No, I'm too old. I'm too old.
Oh, stop it.
It's true. I used to do it
I used to.
not that very long ago, but like for real. Like even my
Yeah.
interns are calling me like, Olga, we miss you. Let's hang out. I'm like, can you meet me at 5? And then by 7,
no.
I'm just done. I'm just like, but it's not the energy. It's not the age. It's the conversation. So everyone's on their phone. And I'm like,
Yeah,
what are you doing
there's
on your
that.
phone? Am I here? What are you doing on your phone? And they're like, I'm sorry.
Is there not
I
like a
go-
lot going on though in Philly? You know what I mean? Is there not a sort of party town?
Dude. Philly. See,
Yeah.
that's why I need more supporters and donors and sponsors. Because I need to buy, not necessarily GoPro, it's too intrusive.
Oh yeah.
You know how like I'm not gonna get the Apple Pro eye shit, but I think there was
Oh my
another one
God.
called Ray-Ban,
Oh yeah.
right?
Like sunglasses.
But I'm not trying to be like sneaky. I just like I want to show what's happening here. In
Right.
Philly.
Cool. Oh right. Is it
You
quite
know what I'm
bad?
saying?
Mm.
And so I'm like, oh shit, I can't afford that. It's $300. And if I don't have enough audience or sponsors or members, blah, 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 I'm like, no, I can only deliver what I have to work with. And so I saw this other a camera. I looked it up on Amazon, like you clip it. So it's not as intrusive as far as like the GoPro because it's still bulky. And I'm like, okay, I'll just put it here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
I think
then
I've seen
want
them.
you to-
Yeah.
I want you to experience what it's like for me to go out and show you what the fuck is happening with Philly. But I need a sponsor. Anyway, you got company there. Melissa. You're able to see the comments too? Are you able to share
No. Me?
them?
No, I can't.
You
share
don't see the
comment.
comments?
No. Which website are you talking about? YouTube?
No, here on the link.
Oh
that
yeah,
I
yeah,
gave.
yeah. I can see them when you pop them up.
Are you able to share it? I'm just curious. I just want to
I
learn.
don't think so. I'm not familiar with the streaming software.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would have done the stream to your audience thing as well. I'll probably do that
I'll-
next time or something.
I just sent you an email about that.
Yeah. I know. I didn't have time to read it.
Okay,
you know what I
good.
mean?
But
I
at
will
least
do, I
you
will
know
do.
that I.
Oh yes, on point, on the ball. Yeah. Do I have these magic powers?
Okay.
I don't think so.
So I know
Yeah.
you got to go. So I have one last question to wrap this up because I feel like at this point, this is regardless about that post about men crying. This is our first launch on our monthly live stream together. So my
Yep.
last question to you is, why me?
I just think you're one of the most energetic, interesting content creators out there. I think you're very approachable and very charming.
Hey everyone, are you
And
hearing
funny.
this? Are you listening?
And beautiful.
Approachable.
I think so.
That's a man for you. Shit.
And just
I'm
come
gonna
on,
clip.
how
I'm
you
gonna
do
clip
it.
that. I'm gonna clip that. And I'm gonna share it everywhere. You fucking mark my words.
Give her
I want people to see your face and you saying that to me. You know what I mean?
There you
Like
go.
you get it. Anyway, I'm so loud.
Yeah, no, I love watching you shout shout your head off all night.
We must be, as they say, kindred souls. Because
Oh, yeah.
I find myself extremely annoying. Of course I do. I'm like, who the fuck is listening to me? It's different if I'm in person with a person or a human. Because I know that when I'm shouting or whatever I'm doing, the inflection, is that the right English word? Inflection?
Yeah.
On my voice, I know that intuitively I'm tapping into them. But when you're doing this flat format of a camera, you don't feel it.
Mm.
And a lot of my friends are like, yeah, I saw your show, but I don't care. I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
When's the next time I can hang out with you? I'm like, did you watch my lives? Do you know what the fuck I'm up to? Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, well, Some friends go, you talk, it takes you too long. You're like, hey, welcome to my channel, blah, blah, blah. I get it. They're like, just get to the meat of it. And so I do that. And I'm like, you're still not watching my shit. Why?
Mm.
It's an energetic exchange. And I
You're right.
feel that you, I don't know if it's you giving it to me or we have it or some shit.
Yeah, definitely, because we're still connected electronically. That's still like a connection.
But I mean, what if you were my friend, like whether I lived in Manchester or you were living here, right?
That
you
would
do
be
the
ace.
same thing?
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
would you do the same thing? Like, hey, Olga.
Oh no, definitely. I'd be your friend, and I'd still enjoy your content.
You see?
Yeah, party. That's what I've been thinking. Do you know what I mean? Like Friday night, and you look like this, and the energy's there.
It's for you and all my lovers, which I don't even know how to say that.
Hello, Ricardo.
Yeah, who's Ricardo?
Yeah. Ricardo.
I think I haven't
I like
seen him in a hot
rolling
second.
R.
He could be
Yeah.
new. There's not only one Ricardo. Oh, wait. But he said, hello, Mr. Adam. You saw that, right? That's why I shared it.
Yeah.
You know him?
No, that's why I said hello because he was.
Do you guys have a bromance or something?
No. As far as I'm aware, no.
Hey, Ricardo.
Got a cool name though. I like his name.
Me too.
Silveira, something like that.
Silveira.
Oh, Silveira.
Silveira. Look at you.
Very
You're
nice.
such a Gemini.
Thanks,
All right.
I think.
Now, this is why I said to you, remember we were like, how long were we going to do the live streams? And obviously we're like, okay, at least an hour. And I said, well, not more than an hour and a half because I'm old or whatever the fuck I told you. But now I literally have to go to the fucking ladies' room.
Oh, yeah, no worries, Olga.
So it's funny that I said, well, Adam, I could definitely commit to an hour, but I don't know about more than an hour. But I could do a be right back, right? Like,
well, if there's another reason why we need to do that, then we can do that. But,
all right, Adam. So you're telling me that 3 weeks from today, right? The third Friday of next month.
Yeah.
In March.
Yeah.
You're going to come with a tinfoil hat?
Yes. There's so much stuff happens within all
It's
that
true.
area. And I know you can't really talk about it in detail on YouTube
But
because
we're gonna do that.
they will just strike you and stuff.
So I think. So are we confirming that's probably something we're not probably that we're gonna do this? Meaning, we'll start on the boob
that's
tube.
on the table.
But do we do like 10 minutes in, 20 minutes in? Then we go to Rumble and
Maybe that's something
right.
I'll have to work that out. Possible.
Let me know. I'm with you 100%.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, tell your I don't know if it's your girlfriend, your wife. Are you married?
Just friends.
Look, guys, I didn't even know him. I just know he's a great soul. That's all I know. That I could be myself with him 100%.
Oh yeah.
So I'm totally busting his chops. So forgive me. I don't mean to embarrass you at all.
Hey, it's right, babe.
I'm being a little shit in a good way. I don't know if that translates, but all right. So every third Friday of the month,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be full tard, and so we're probably going to have to clock out at some point, like 15-20 minutes in, and do all the other venues or platforms.
Yeah, could be a thing. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I want to because I can only be myself truly on locals or my website. But okay, all right. Well,
Okay, so there you go. That's everything future for people to enjoy.
thank you, Adam. Much love.
My pleasure.
sweetheart.
Much love.
So this was the intro because I thought we were gonna, rip apart more conversations, but you're right. This is our first. Do you want me to show? I mean,
No, there's plenty to, there's loads we could do. I mean, that's the thing, Olga. Like, you're quite open-minded and very charismatic.
oh, it
So
takes
we
one
can
to
go
know
into
one.
different places. So I'm all for that.
Okay,
So yeah,
to be continued.
to be continued.
Oh no, wait. I'm telling you. Now that once you said tinfoil hat, get ready. I'm coming.
Excellent.
Like,
I can't wait.
I hope you can handle it, Adam.
Well, we'll see. Only one way to find out, right?
All right, Adam. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Can't wait to talk to you and see you soon. Everyone, if you haven't already, Adam, he is on BitChute. I don't know if many people know that, but you know what I'll do? I'll put this link in the description later as soon as I can. Is that okay with you, Adam?
Perfect.
All right. Okay, guys. Adam, much love. Don't have too much fun without me. I'll be jealous. In a good way, All right. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.